your Carson-Newman Eagles. A reminder that Carson-Newman and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches,
Eagles by 90, by gosh.
request your cooperation by supporting participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages at the site of competition is prohibited. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Anderson, South Carolina. Leading off and playing first base, number 18, Kason Boatner. Batting second and playing third base, number 2, Morgan Charter. Batting third and playing second base, number 4, Jessica Netto. Cleanup hitter and designated player, number 21, Maddie Carpenter. Batting fifth, playing short, number 25, Hannah Whitaker. Batting sixth and catching, number 9, Hope Gullen. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 19, Sydney Belcher. Batting eighth and playing in center field, number 5, Olivia Wheeler. And batting ninth and playing in right field, number 1, Gracie Williams. The starting pitcher for the Trojans is number 23, Harley Duncan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineup for your Carson-Newman Eagles. In left field from Alcoa, Tennessee, a 5'6" sophomore, number 18, Sienna Cameron. In center field from Tidy Island, Georgia, a 5'4" junior, number 87, Natalie Corbin. In right field from Grainsville, Tennessee, a 5'4" freshman, 00, Sierra Rogers. At third base from Powell, Tennessee, a 5'7" freshman, number 2, Hayden Dye. At shortstop from Knoxville, Tennessee, a 5'3" senior, number 3, Leah Sohn. At second base from Cumming, Georgia, a 5'4" senior, number 11, Emily Harris. At first base from Corrington, Tennessee, a 5'4" sophomore, number 12, Macy Hughes. The catcher from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, a 5'3" senior, number 6, Carmen Holt. And the starting pitcher from Kentfield, California, a 5'8" senior, number 52, Morgan Baker Sullis. Carson-Newman is coached by Michael Graves. The Eagles are assisted by Kristen Topple. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex for a titanic South Atlantic Conference softball doubleheader. Anderson playing for the outright regular season South Atlantic Conference Championship. The Trojans need one win, and both these teams, Carson-Newman and Anderson, regionally ranked. The Trojans' resume at 36-6, 19-3 in the SAC, they are in position to host the regional, and it is a strong resume featuring an 18-2 record against teams with a 500 record or better. So Anderson certainly in the driver's seat to hosting a regional. Carson-Newman at 6 with big regional matchups with the Trojans here today and Lenore Ryan at 1 p.m. on Saturday for Senior Day. Some chances for resume improvement for the Eagles as Carson-Newman turns to Morgan Baker-Sellis in the circle for the start, and she'll face off against one of the best hitters in the country, arguably the best hitter in the country, in Kaysen Boatner, as we are underway at 12:53 p.m. with a first pitch strike to Kaysen Boatner. So 7 minutes ahead of schedule. And color me shocked that Morgan Baker-Sellis is pitching to Boatner. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. And Baker-Sellis has Boatner in an 0-2 hole. Boatner, .450 average. She leads the country with 22 home runs. Her 60 RBI are top 5 in the nation. Baker-Sellis, the 0-2 pitch. Off the plate away for a ball, 1-2 to Kaysen Boatner. You have a lot of talent out there for both of these teams, especially offensively. Only 3 players combined between the 18 batting hit below 300. The 1-2 is a change-up, low, popped high into the air, left side of the infield. Dye camps under it to the left side of the circle at third base and settles under it to retire Boatner. So Morgan Baker-Sellis does the job against one of the best hitters in the nation. And there's one away for the third baseman, Morgan Charter. Baker-Sellis, she got a win last year against the Trojans. The first pitch is taken low for a ball, 1-0 the count. Pitched 8 innings in an extra inning game, did Morgan Baker-Sellis, as she unfurls the 1-0. Taken off the plate away, handle height for a ball, 2-0. Gave up 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Walked 1 and struck out 3. And a 4-3 Carson-Newman win in the nightcap of last year's doubleheader. This series has been really entertaining over the last 6 years. The 2-0. Off speed, buckles at the knees for a strike on the inner half, 2-1. A team hasn't swept a doubleheader since 2018. Trojans did that to Carson-Newman here at this park back in 2018. The only other sweep in the last 8 years, the pitch, swing and a miss, and a pitch upstairs, 2-2 to Charter. Carson-Newman swept a twin bill here at home to Anderson in 2016. But otherwise, win streaks in this series hard to come by since Anderson won 6 straight from the tournament in 2012 through the SAC tournament in 2014. The 2-2 pitch to Charter is popped into the air, foul back and off the fencing. Count holds at 2-2. Carmen hold up from behind home plate to give it a look. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Charter. Carson-Newman defensively has shuffled things a little bit. Again, Morgan Baker-Sellis, the game 1 start for Carson-Newman in the circle. Her first start of the season for the Eagles in the circle. The 2-2 is a changeup, bounced foul off of third. Charter hangs around and keeps the count at 2-2. So Baker-Sellis making her 6th career start Only game she started last year was at Anderson. She is 11-1 in her career with a 3.18 ERA. And a new catcher, Carmen Holt, with her first start behind the plate. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Two quickly away for Morgan Baker-Sellis. And that brings up the three-hole batter, Jessica Neto. Well, Boatner certainly has gotten the crazy numbers, 63 hits, 19 doubles, 22 home runs with the 60 RBI, but Neto, no slouch at the plate for Tommy Hewitt's team. Baker-Sellis deals to her. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. But Neto, star shines pretty brightly as well. 11 bombs, 11 doubles, hitting .333 this season. The 1-0 pitch is a changeup that's dribbled to third. Dye charges, it rolls underneath her glove, and Neto's aboard on the E5. So a fielding error extends the inning. There's two away for the designated player, Carpenter.
Number 21, Maddie Carpenter.
Maddie Carpenter, again, one of the 15 players playing in today's game that hits north of 300. First pitch to her is fouled off of first and out of play over the press box. No balls, one strike, two out. Inning should be over, but Neto reaches on an error. Baker-Sellis pitches. And that's at the knees for a strike. She's got Carpenter in a 0-2 hole. Baker-Sellis sights the sign and pitches. Swing and a miss, strike three. Inning over. Morgan Baker-Sellis dials up a pair of punch-outs and works around an error in the frame. No score after a half inning of action as Carson-Newman trying to play the role of spoiler here against the 13th ranked team in the country and the Anderson Trojans, who need one win today to lock up a regular season South Atlantic Conference championship. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. No score after a half inning of play. As Carson-Newman and the country's fifth highest scoring offense comes to the plate against Harley Duncan. Duncan, 2.18 ERA with a 16-2 record as she deals to Corbin, who takes low for a ball to begin the at-bat, 1-0. Anderson, one of the top pitching staffs in the country between Duncan and Lake and Maxwell, two surefire all-sack performers and arguably All-Americans. The 1-0 drops low to Corbin, 2-0. Duncan doesn't have the crazy strikeout numbers, but opponents just hitting .234 off of her, the 2-0. Corbin swings and misses at a pitch with good movement, 2-1. Some gamesmanship here between Michael Graves and Tommy Hewitt. Duncan's typically the Trojans' game 2 starter. And again, Carson-Newman's throwing Morgan Baker-Sellis, who hasn't started the game yet this year. The pitch drops low and away for a ball. 3-1 to Natalie Corbin. Corbin, left-hand hitter, climbs in as Duncan delivers the 3-1. Drop ball for a strike at the knees. That loads the count on Corbin, 3-2. Now, Corbin, what a season for her. She struggled in February, was just hitting .288 after the game against King on February 19th. The 3-2 pitch, swung on, bounced wide of the third base bag. It's fair, and Corbin is off to the races. She motors into second with a stand-up leadoff double down the left field line, and Carson-Newman has a base runner. Corbin just squeaked it past Morgan Charter at third and over the third base bag. Thought initially it was foul, but Arnez Cantrell behind the plate said, that is close. Fair ball, the ruling, though. Really don't have the good angle on it to see where it crosses over the bag on the stream. Brings up Leah Sohm, who swings through a bunt for a first pitch strike. It's 0-1. Leah Sohm having an all-region and all-America caliber season at short this year. .415 hitter with 66 knocks. Lefty slapper is driven in 33. The pitch, Sohm chops it over the head of the pitcher, Duncan. It bounces once to Neto at second, who turns it over to retire Sohm 4-3, but a productive out moving Corbin over to third base. So 1 out, a runner on third for one of the country's best hitters in Emily Harris. And you're going to hear that a lot today between Kaysen Boatner for Anderson, Sohm, Harris, and Hughes for Carson-Newman. There is some talent on display here today as Harris starts with a changeup low from Duncan, 1-0. Emily Harris, number 2 in the nation with 73 hits this season. She's got the 5th highest batting average in the country, and one would presume she is a surefire All-American at second base. The 1-0. Breaks for ball 2, 2-0. An RBI opportunity here for Harris to light the lamp first against 13th ranked Anderson. Trojans in the all-black jerseys with gold numerals and white stripes. The pitch. Harris swings, bounces it to second. It eats up Neto. She goes home and overthrows it. Harris is safe on a fielder's choice. Corbin scores, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Eagles. Neto bobbled it momentarily, probably still had the out at first, but elected to go home and doesn't get Corbin. 1-0, Carson-Newman leads off the defensive pressure. Should have been a routine ground ball, but the throw home was never going to be there. Now Hughes comes up and slams it into the right center field alleyway. It one-hops the wall where Williams grabs it. Harris motoring around third. She slides in front of the tag. Safe. Macy Hughes drives in her 60th run of the season with an RBI double to the alleyway in right center. And it's a 2-0 lead for Carson-Newman. And quickly, Anderson comes together to chat about things. Carson-Newman fired up. A 2-0 lead for the Eagles, an RBI fielder's choice for Emily Harris. And then Macy Hughes wallops an RBI double into the right center field alleyway to plate Emily Harris from 3 bases away. Carson-Newman has started hot. Hayden Dye will try to keep the line moving for the Eagles. First pitch to Dye drops low and away for a ball, 1-0. Well, Dye was mired in a little slump up until the Coker series. She had seen her average dip to 326 after being as high as 407 in the month of April, the 1-0. Dye takes for a ball, 2-0. But back-to-back multi-hit efforts against the Cobras. She comes up with another RBI opportunity with Macy Hughes on second. Duncan delivers the 2-0. Dye chops it over Duncan's glove. It takes an odd carom and rolls into right field. Hughes scores. Dye's aboard on the air. And it's a 3-0 lead for the Eagles. So an E6. I think Dye, actually, we'll take a second look at it when we have a moment. My gut instinct is Dye's going to be safe with a single, but Hughes is going to score on the air. That's my gut instinct, and no RBI for Hayden Dye. Brings up Mary Vandergriff, who checks her swing at a pitch upstairs. Regardless, it's a 3-0 lead for the Eagles here in the bottom of the first inning. Duncan checks her wrist protector. Call it her mate in the battery. The 1-0 bounces in the turf for a ball. 2-0. Belcher, Wheeler, Williams, left to right across the outfield for the Trojans. Charter, Whitaker, Neto, Boatner, left to right across the infield. The 2-0. Vandergriff swings and misses, and it's 2-1. A lot at stake in this one. Regional seeding persists, although, gosh, Anderson's resume is just so strong. You kind of get the feeling that they could lose 2 today and go one and done in the SAC tournament as Vandergriff chops it to Duncan. She has to range back, tough play, backhands it, grabs it, and throws it to first in time to put away Vandergriff. Athletic play by Harley Duncan to collect the out, but it's a productive out, moving Dye over to second base. 3-0, Carson-Newman the lead. And Carmen Holt will try to keep the line moving. First pitch to her is a changeup low. Holt swings and misses, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 3-0 Eagles leading. Dye on second. The pitch. Holt swings, chops it over Duncan's head. It eats up Whitaker at short. It's the second error of the inning for the Trojans. Holt's aboard safely, and Carson-Newman has runners on the corners with 2 out. And Sierra Rogers will try to keep things rolling for Carson-Newman. 3 across here in the bottom of the first for the Eagles. Duncan pitches. And Rogers takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. A stressful first inning for Harley Duncan. Even though there are at present 2 errors in the inning, all 3 runs that have scored against Duncan have been earned. The pitch. Rogers flips up a high pitch, foul, backing out of play, 0-2. Anderson. A win here today guarantees them the outright SAC title. They can still get it even if they lose 2, but they are big Carson-Newman fans Saturday as the Eagles would need a win over the Bears. The pitch, Rogers swings, bounces it back up the box. It's scooped up by Whitaker at short, and she makes the out at second herself to end the inning. But Carson-Newman does damage. 3 runs off of 3 hits in the frame, and the Eagles take a 3-0 lead after 1. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex, Adam Cavalier, happy to have you alongside as Carson-Newman is taking a 3-0 lead on Anderson thanks to a Macy Hughes RBI double. Whitaker will lead things off for the Trojans in the top of the second inning as Baker Sellis deals and fires a first pitch strike in at the knees, 0-1. Carson-Newman with 3 in the first. A Dye single and a fielding error, a Hughes RBI double, and a Emily Harris RBI fielder's choice. The 0-1. That's in for a strike at the belt, 0-2 to Whitaker. And everybody, you feel that either one of these teams is going to throw up to the plate today. So capable. The 0-2. Whitaker flips it foul back. 0-2. Whitaker, no difference. 362 hitter. 17 extra base knocks on the year with 28 driven in. Slugging .622. Again, the numbers offensively between these two teams, just bonkers. The 0-2. Swung on, lofted in the air to left. Cameron playing pretty deep, just shimmies over to her left into the left center field alleyway and makes the can of corn grab to retire Whitaker. Well, Carson-Newman is certainly respecting the Trojans' power. Cameron, Corbin, and Rogers are maybe 3 feet in front of the warning track. Emily Harris at second is in the green outfield turf. This brings up the catcher, Gullett. Baker Sellis drops low to her for a ball, 1-0. So Carson-Newman's willing to concede some stuff. The right field line, if the Trojans can go oppo, it is wide open. A lot of room there. Corbin's playing toward left center. The pitch, that's upstairs for a ball, 2-0. So far, Morgan Baker Sellis has been able to keep 13th ranked Anderson at bay. What's at stake? As Baker Sellis twirls up the 2-0. Change up, misses low for ball 3. First 3-0 count that Baker Sellis has to contend with. So what's at stake in this one? Well, for Carson-Newman, a win here or Saturday against LR. And the Eagles are probably pretty safe and secure in the SAC tournament. The 3-0 pitch finds the zone at the belt for a strike, 3-1. And certainly a win over the number one team in the region for the Eagles would go a long way to cementing their NCAA regional resume. Get Carson-Newman a 7th win over a regionally ranked opponent this year. The 3-1 pitch swung on, lofted towards second. Harris has to trot in from the outfield grass, and she makes the grab on the run to put away Gullett on a soft flare. 2-away here in the top of the second inning, and the left fielder, Belcher, to the plate. Sydney Belcher. 276 hitter. Right-hander stands in with a wide stance as Baker Sellis unfurls the first pitch. It's swung on, lifted in a foul ground along the left field line. Sohm trots over from short and makes the grab to put away Belcher. So a 1-2-3 inning for Morgan Baker Sellis. Eagles 3, Trojans nothing. Headed to the bottom of the second inning. You're on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military. I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard and thinking about it that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your perspective.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
3-0, Carson-Newman leads it as we come to the bottom of the second inning. An RBI fielder's choice for Emily Harris, an RBI double for Macy Hughes, and a single for Hayden Dye, and a run scored on a fielding error at short to give the Eagles an early 3-0 lead. And the 9-hole hitter, Sienna Cameron, leads things off for the Eagles against Duncan, taking off the plate away for a ball 1-0 to begin the at-bat. Cameron, after returning from injury, she has really come to life. 420 hitter, second highest batting average in the order for the Eagles. Duncan's pitch misses low for ball 2. And that's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch. And Cameron takes a strike at the belt, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff batter, Cameron, who's on base 45% of the time when she leads off innings. Duncan deals. Cameron swings and misses. Pardon me, that's the 3rd strike. Missed a strike early in the count. And she's down on strikes. So Sienna Cameron strikes out swinging, and the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Natalie Corbin.
Number 87, Natalie Corbin.
Corbin stands in after leading off the game with a double. Duncan deals to her. Low for a ball, 1-0. Corbin closing in on her 60th hit of the season. It is just so crazy to think about. Corbin gets a knock here. You've got 4 players on the field today with 60 hits between the two teams. The 1-0. Off the plate away for a ball, 2-0. Just absolutely high-level softball on display here at the Vic, and one would presume, and one would hope if you're either a fan of the Eagles or Trojans, that this is a potential regional preview. The 2-0. It's a changeup. Corbin slides it to first. It's grabbed in foul ground by Boatner. And that's strike 1, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 3-0. Carson-Newman the lead thanks to a 3-run bottom of the first. Duncan pitches. And Corbin takes low for a ball, 3-0. The 3-1. Corbin swings, bounces it over the head of the pitcher, Duncan. Whitaker charging in from short. It bounces off the heel of her glove and into center field. Given Corbin's speed, that might have been a base hit anyway. We'll make the ruling once we get a look at the replay up in the booth. The initial inclination is hit because of Corbin's speed. And that's a tough play for Whitaker to make, charging in off of a low second hop. That's probably going to be bang, bang, base hit for Natalie Corbin. So a 1-out infield single for Corbin. And it brings up Leah Sohm. Solm takes upstairs. Corbin on the move, slides past the bag, sticks her left hand out, and is able to stay on top of it for a stolen base. Natalie Corbin's 24th swipe of the season. Eagles have a runner in scoring position and are threatening here in the bottom of the second inning. Looking to add to a 3-0 lead with Leah Solm to the plate. Duncan pitches. A change-up, bounced back to the circle. No trouble for Duncan, who throws to Boatner at first to get Solm. But once more, a productive ground out for Leah Solm. She moves Natalie Corbin over to third base. 2 away, and Carson-Newman will look for a timely 2-out hit from Emily Harris. RBI fielder's choice, her first time through. It would take a base hit for her to collect an RBI here. She squares to bunt, pulls it back as the pitch comes in low, 1-0. To Harris. Duncan twirls up the pitch, and Harris takes a strike at the belt, 1-1. The 1-0 pitch bounces in the turf. Gullett struggled with it. Corbin nearly raced home, but thought better of it. She trots back to the third base bag, and it's 2-1 to Emily Harris. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 3-0, Carson-Newman leading early. Looking for a 4th run with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Duncan wheels and deals. Harris takes low for a ball, 3-1. The 3-1. Delayed strike call at the belt. Harris had moved toward first, thought she'd work the base on balls. Instead, count loads up. The pitch. Harris swings, bounces it through the left side of the infield. A base hit. Harris drives in Corbin, and Carson-Newman leads 4-0. Emily Harris, her 323rd knock, moves her into 16th all-time in Division II history and adds to Carson-Newman's lead. 4-0 Eagles. And Macy Hughes will try to keep it rolling. First pitch to Hughes is a changeup. She bounces it to second. Neto scoops it up, and she'll win the race with Harris to the second base bag to apply the force there. But a timely 2-out hit from Emily Harris scores Natalie Corbin. She's driven in multiple runs to give the Eagles a 4-0 lead. 8-9-1 due up for the Trojans to start the third after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Olivia Wheeler leads things off for Anderson, trailing 4-0 in the top of the third inning. As Morgan Baker-Sellis rocks and fires the first pitch downstairs for a ball. 1-0. Olivia Wheeler, no stranger to Carson-Newman, played JUCO ball at Walters State, but a teammate of both Leah Sohm and Macy Hughes at Gibbs High School. The 1-0. Outside for a ball, 2-0. And if you talk about Gibbs High School softball, you'd have to talk about one of the greatest softball players in Carson-Newman history. That's Carol Zachary, now Carol Mitchell, longtime head coach of the Gibbs High School program, as Wheeler swings, lines it in the air toward left center field. A bit of a run for Cameron, but she hops on her horse and settles down in the alleyway. Put away Wheeler. 5 consecutive retired for Morgan Baker-Sellis. 4 runs off of 5 hits and an error for the Eagles. No runs, no hits, 2 errors for the Trojans. Gracie Williams stands in, does the right fielder. As Baker-Sellis pitches and Williams swings and misses at a changeup. It's 0-1. We apologize if you are watching. That center field camera, you see it bouncing from time to time. It's because somebody's walking up the steps to the soccer press box. Baker-Sellis pitches, and Williams fouls it back and out of play. Holt gives it a watch over the fencing, 0-2. And one of Carson-Newman's soccer coaches, soccer players, pardon me, has made his way out onto the steps to enjoy some high-level Southeast region softball action. So if the camera's jumping, you know why. The 0-2 pitch. Williams swings, lifts it in the air, softly to center field. It drops in for the first hit of the day for the Trojans, and Anderson has a one-out base runner. Corbin cuts it off, and the lineup turns back to the top of the order for the country's most dangerous hitter, Kaysen Boatner. She's tied the SAC single-season record with 22 home runs. Her next would give her the single-season record. Baker-Sellis pitches, and Boatner fouls the first pitch back to the backstop, 0-1. The pitch. Zips low for a ball. 1-1. 4-0. Carson-Newman leading 13th ranked Anderson. Trojans saw an 11-game win streak snapped against Queens on Tuesday. The pitch. Boatner fouls a high changeup back and out of play. 1-2. Able to make contact and hang with it. Anderson wins. Anytime you're 36-6, are going to come in big bunches, and that certainly has been the case for the Trojans. Baker-Sellis, the 1-2. Swung on, line drive through the left side of the infield. Boatner has a base hit, her 64th of the season. Trojans go station to station. And Anderson trying to figure out Morgan Baker-Sellis here this second time through the order. First 8 that Baker-Sellis faced went without collecting a hit. But Williams and Boatner back-to-back knocks with 1 out here in the top of the third, trailing 4-0. Oregon Charter stands in, taking upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Well, as spectacular as Anderson's offense has been this season, Trojans top 3 in the league in pretty much every offensive category. The 1-0. Swung on, lifted down the left field line. It's foul, 1-1. The one, and I hesitate to call it weakness because of the power-hitting nature of the Trojans lineup. The one area that offensively they aren't just crazy spectacular. Just 12 stolen bases on the year, 12 for 17. But when you're hitting as many home runs as they have, you don't really need it. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Charter can't find the ball. 1-2. Anderson, more than 60 home runs on the year as a team. That's top 10 in the country. Shockingly, based on the Trojan skills, the 1-2. Misses down and away for a ball 2-2. Shockingly, Anderson, not the league leaders. Wingate still has that distinction by a couple of bombs. And the crazy thing to me, Wingate came to Mossy Creek leading the country in home runs. I think they had 50 when they played here on April 2nd. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Morgan Baker-Sellis tallies up her third strikeout of the game. And there's 2 away with 2 on for Jessica Netto. But you think about Wingate, you hit 10, 12. I hit 4 here against Carson-Newman on that day. A pretty natural progression, and Anderson's kind of stayed step for step with the Bulldogs. Wingate doesn't lead the country anymore. The first pitch to Netto bounces off the plate, and both runners will move up on the wild pitch. So 2 in scoring position off the wild pitch, and a 1-0 count for Netto, and a chance for the Trojans to cut into this 4-0 deficit. But the crazy thing is that Wingate doesn't lead the country anymore. That distinction goes to Colorado Pueblo, who has hit 28 home runs at least in the last, 16 days? The pitch swung on and fouled off of third, 1-1. I suppose that mountain air is good for something, but absolutely gobsmacked that, Wingate's not leading the country in home runs anymore, but the fact that a team has jumped them by hitting 28 at minimum in the last 19 days. 1-1 to Netto. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Baker-Sellis a strike away from getting out of the jam. Wheeler started the inning with a line out to left. Williams singled to center. Boatner scorched a single through the left side, and Charter strikes out swinging before a wild pitch moves Williams and Boatner into scoring position. Baker-Sellis the 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 stranded. Eagles maintain and protect the lead. 4-0. Carson-Newman up on the 13th ranked team in the country through 2.5 innings. Dye, Vandergriff, and Holt will try to keep the line moving for the Eagles when we return to the Vic after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer. You're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
It's a 4-0 lead for Carson-Newman on Anderson as we come to the bottom of the third inning. Trojans need a win today to lock up a SAC regular season title. Still, Anderson, even with 2 losses, could do no worse than a share of a championship as Duncan deals to Dye for a first pitch strike at the belt, 0-1. Hayden Dye singled. An infield single to short her first time up. That was kicked off into right center field and allowed a run to score on an error. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Dye swings and fouls it over the press box here on the first base side, 0-2. Arlie Duncan, up to 44 pitches on the day. He's given up 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Duncan swaps out balls with home plate umpire Arnez Cantrell. She'll get set for an 0-2 to Hayden Dye. Duncan checks her wrist protector and brings the 0-2 to the plate. A change up, Dye hangs back on and lets ball one go low. Harley Duncan, for her resume this year, it's kind of a shock that she hasn't been named pitcher of the week at some point this season. The 1-2. Dye bounces foul off a third. A ball and 2 strikes. Again, a 2.37 ERA. That's toward the upper echelons of the SAC. The strikeout numbers aren't gaudy, but they're still, she's close to triple digits. But when you're pitching and your opposite number is Lake and Maxwell, it makes a bit more sense. The 1-2. Change up, drops low for a ball, 2-2. Maxwell has just been a woman possessed in the circle. Presumably, that's who we'll see in the circle in game 2. 4-time SAC pitcher of the week and reigning SAC pitcher of the week. The 2-2 pitch bounces in front of the turf. Or bounces in the turf in front of the plate to load the count. So Dye got into an 0-2 hole. She's battled back to load it up to lead things off here in the bottom of the third, with Carson-Newman leading 13th ranked Anderson 4-0. Duncan, the payoff pitch. Dye takes in tight, knee height, ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Hayden Dye. And Mary Vandergriff strides in. Designated player today for Vandergriff. She's been Carson-Newman's usual right fielder, but the Eagles have shuffled things around here in game 1 defensively. First pitch to Vandergriff, squares to bunt and taps it foul off the plate, 0-1. Mary Vandergriff, Carson-Newman's leader in sacrifice bunts this season, and that does appear to be what she is being asked to do here. Duncan pitches. Vandergriff squares to bunt, and it just trickles foul. A lot of backspin. Scoots it back into the left on the third base side, and she's in a 0-2 hole, and now will have to square away. So a 7th sacrifice bunt, likely not in the cards for Vandergriff. She grounded out to the circle her first time up. Duncan, the 0-2 delivery. Vandergriff swings, bounces it into the hole at second. It's grabbed by Neto, turns to second for Whitaker for 1. Relay to first isn't in time for 2. So Vandergriff reaches on a fielder's choice. Dye's retired 4-6 at the second base bag. And there's one away for Carmen Holt. 4-0, Carson-Newman leading. Holt stands in as Duncan pitches. And Holt takes a first pitch strike at the belt. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Duncan, the pitch. It's a changeup that breaks at the handles for a strike, 0-2. Harley Duncan working ahead on everybody. Holt reached on an error that extended the first. Eagles couldn't make the Trojans suffer for that error, though. Duncan pitches. Bounces in the turf. Vandergriff gets a good read on it, and she takes second on the wild pitch. So that, for all intents and purposes, functions as a sacrifice. That was what Vandergriff was tasked to do. She's on second after the wild pitch. And the Eagles looking to extend a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Duncan's 1-2. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the turf for Holt. That should be a strikeout, but Holt is standing in the batter's box as if I heard Michael Graves say that was a foul ball that hit the ground and Holt was able to make contact. Arnaz Cantrell will call over his umpiring crew, Mike Arnett and Kevin Massengale, and they'll chat. Arnaz Cantrell taps his chest. And Holt, got the head of the bat to the ball. We get a look at it in the replay up here. I didn't hear a thing on the crowd mic. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Holt down on strikes anyway, and there's 2 away. And that brings up Sierra Rogers.
Now batting 0-0, Sierra Rogers.
Rogers reached on a fielder's choice her first time up in the first inning. She'll pop the first pitch. She gets up into left. A long run for Belcher, who calls off the shortstop Whitaker. And she camps under it to put away Rogers. So for the first time today, the Eagles fail to score. But Carson-Newman carries a 4-0 lead through 3. Carpenter, Whitaker, Gullett, 4, 5, and 6 to the plate for the Trojans when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
4-0, Carson-Newman in the driver's seat against Anderson after 3 innings. And Carpenter, Whitaker, and Gullett lead things off for the Trojans. Trying to break up Morgan Baker-Sellis's shutout as Baker-Sellis deals. And the first pitch to Carpenter is fouled high off of first and out of play, 0-1. Morgan Baker-Sellis, 46 pitches, 33 for strikes. She struck out 4. Baker-Sellis sights the sign. Here's the 0-1. Popped foul. Holt sheds her mask, and the catcher makes the grab up the first base line and foul ground to put away Carpenter. First out of the inning for the Trojans. And Hannah Whitaker will come up to bat. 0 for 1 today. She flied out deep to left field her first time up. Right-hand batter, right-hand pitcher. Morgan Baker-Sellis wheels and deals, and the first pitch, a changeup, is fouled to the on-deck circle on the third base side, 0-1. 50th pitch of the day coming up for Morgan Baker-Sellis. A 4-0 lead for the Eagles here in the top of the 4th inning. The 0-1. Zooms in tight for a ball at the belt, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 4 runs off of 5 hits for Carson-Newman. An error and 4 left on base. Baker-Sellis, the 1-1. Swung on, lifted in the air to left. Cameron shuffles back to the warning track, shaded deep, and gets under it to put away Whitaker on a well-struck ball. Well, if Carson-Newman isn't aligned this way, that's a tough play for Sienna Cameron. But the Eagles are way back in the outfield. Again, Cameron, Corbin, and Rogers all maybe 10 feet if we're generous in front of the warning track as the catcher Gullett comes up. And even the infield playing back. First pitch to Gullett. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Emily Harris is a good 6 feet on the green turf in the outfield grass. And we do use air quotes there. Grass at second base. The 0-1. Line drive along the left field line. That drops in for a base hit. Gullett aboard with a 2-out single. It's the third hit of the day for the Trojans. And Belcher will try to keep it rolling with Gullett on first base. Carmen Holt out from behind home plate to have a word with Morgan Baker-Sellis. 4-0, Carson-Newman leading, top of the fourth inning. Belcher's 0 for 1 today. She's popped up to short. Wide stance for the right-hand batter against the right-hand hurling Morgan Baker-Sellis, who deals a first-pitch changeup for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Baker-Sellis climbs back aboard the slab. Sights the sign from Holt and wheels and deals the 0-1. Another changeup, misses low for a ball, 1-1. Baker-Sellis certainly has had success finding the zone. 55 pitches, 40 for strikes. Trojans with 3 hits, including a Gullett 2-out single up the left field line here in the top of the fourth. Baker-Sellis, the 1-1. Swung on, lifted foul, backing out of play. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4-0. Carson-Newman leading 13th ranked Anderson in the top of the fourth inning. Eagles trying to collect their first win over a ranked team since February 1st, 2019. The 1-2. Change-up, swing and a miss for strike 3. Holt drops it but completes the strikeout throwing to first. Inning over. So Gullett gets the 2-out single, but the Trojans can't string together back-to-back knocks to keep the inning moving. Baker-Sellis with 5 Ks. She's kept the Trojans and that high-octane offense at bay. 4-0 Eagles as we head to the bottom of the fourth. 9-1-2, due up for the Eagles after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seed for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Sienna Cameron leads things off for Carson-Newman here in the home half of the fourth inning as Carson-Newman 4-0 lead on the 13th ranked team in the country as Harley Duncan goes to work and she gets Cameron to swing and miss at the first pitch, 0-1. Cameron's 0 for 1. Duncan's one of Duncan's 2 strikeout victims on the day. She's in a 0-1 hole to begin this at-bat. Duncan wheels and deals. Cameron holds off on a bunt attempt, 1-1. Corners crashing for the Trojans. Everybody in the infield, Charter, Whitaker, Neto, and Boatner. Third to first. Playing shallow. Here's the 1-1. Cameron swings, chops it back to the circle. No trouble for Duncan, who makes the backhand grab and throws to first to get Cameron in plenty of time. So a 1-3 put out. Second of the day for Harley Duncan. Puts out number 1 on the board and turns the lineup card back to the top of the order for Natalie Corbin. Now, Corbin's got a multi-hit day, 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Duncan pitches a changeup for a strike on the inner half at the belt, 0-1. I talked about Morgan Baker-Sellis being pretty pitch efficient. Same true for Harley Duncan. 62 tosses, 39 for strikes. Here's the 0-1 to Corbin. Drops low for a ball, 1-1. Natalie Corbin, as you would expect for a player who's flirting with a 400 batting average, has been a multi-hit machine. 8th two-hit day of the season. She has fewer two-hit days than she has three-hit days. The 1-1. Corbin swings, lines it into right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Solid hitting for Corbin. She sprayed her first two knocks to the left side. She pokes and pulls her third to the right, and that's her 10th three-hit day of the season. A one-out single into right for Natalie Corbin. And up comes Leah Sohm. Well, Sohm is 0 for 2 today, but she has been productive. A pair of groundouts have moved Corbin over to third base and allowed her to come in to score. First pitch, Sohm lofts it up. Going back is the shortstop Whitaker, who makes an over-the-shoulder grab. Pretty tough playing in to put away Sohm. That's the first out for Leah Sohm that has been unproductive. 4-0. Carson-Newman leading, bottom of the fourth inning. Corbin stands on first for Emily Harris, who's driven in a pair of runs today for Carson-Newman. First pitch, Harris squares to bunt. Corbin's on the move. She slides into second base well ahead of any potential tag from the shortstop, Whitaker. And it's 1-0 to Harris, and now the Eagles have a runner in scoring position off of Corbin's second stolen base of the day. Emily Harris, the 1-0. Harris swings, bounces it to second. Retreating is Neto. Fields it waist high off of a high second hop and throws to first in time to put away Emily Harris. So the Eagles go quietly for a second consecutive inning. 4-0. Carson-Newman the lead through 4. It's Wheeler, Williams, and Boatner to the plate for the Trojans when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
A 4-0 lead for Carson-Newman as we come to the top of the fifth inning. Eagles trying to score a win over a top 25 team for the first time this year. As Olivia Wheeler stands in. Morgan Baker-Sellis opens up the top of the fifth. The first pitch off the plate away for a ball, 1-0. Wheeler 0 for 1 today. But that 0 for 1 was a well-struck line drive into left. Because Carson-Newman's outfield has been playing so deep today, it didn't trouble Sienna Cameron. The pitch, fouled back and out of play, 1-1. Baker-Sellis has given up 3 hits on the day. Trojans' biggest threat came in the third. Here's the 1-1. Wheeler turns on it, lines it into left. Cameron started back, then sprints in. And she retires Wheeler for a second consecutive at-bat on a line drive put out. One away. And up comes Gracie Williams. Williams, one of the 3 hits today for the Trojans. She singled with 1 out in the third. First pitch is a changeup, poked in the air, shallow center field. Bit of a run for Corbin, but she makes it on a dead sprint, charging from back behind the logo. Corbin got a great jump on that to make the play and successfully called off Leah Solm at short to make the grab.
Now coming to the plate, number 18,
Quickly 2 away, and the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Kaysen Boatner. Boatner working with a knock to her name. A surefire All-American stands in. The first pitch is a changeup. Boatner calls it deep to left field. It's out of here. Good Lord, what power as she parks it on the roof of the hitting facility. That was a changeup low, and Boatner strokes it. A sack record 23rd home run to put the Trojans on the board. Well, that wasn't a good pitch to hit. It was a low off-speed pitch. And Boatner, with the power, not only to put it out of the park, but to put it on the roof. That is as impressive a home run, I think, as I've seen here since maybe 2013 when Cassie Elliott for Carson-Newman put one onto the soccer field. Brings up Morgan Charter, who swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. That is just insane. That was a low off-speed pitch. That was not fat over the plate, and Boatner just tanked it. Baker Sellis the pitch. Charter flips it foul to the backstop, 0-2. Probably more importantly, aside from the sack record, 23rd bomb this year for Boatner, it puts the Trojans on the board. (4-1) Eagles here in the top of the 5th inning. Baker Sellis. The 0-2 pitch. Charter flips it foul to the right and out of play. 0-2. Charter's 0 for 2 today. A strikeout victim twice to Baker Sellis. Right-handed senior climbs back aboard the slab. And brings the 0-2 to the plate. Off the plate away for a ball, 1-2. Charter doesn't give chase. 2 out, top of the 5th. Kaysen Boatner. A 2-out blast down the left field line onto the roof of the hitting facility. The 1-2 pitch swung on, bounced foul off of third. Count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. 4 runs off of 6 hits, an error, and 5 left stranded for the Eagles. 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors, 4 left for the Trojans. Baker Sellis winds and delivers the 1-2. Change up, popped into the air, left side of the infield. Dye settles under it in fair territory behind the third base bag and grabs the can of corn to put away Charter. But Kaysen Boatner, just incredible. She takes a low changeup, a pitch that was a ball near the turf, and parks it out of the park for the first run of the day for the Trojans. Eagles still lead, though, 4-1 as we come to the bottom of the 5th inning. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
My name is Cadet Amber Calvillo. I'm in the 278th in the Army National Guard, and I currently go to Carson-Newman. I joined the Tennessee Army National Guard for the experience mainly, so I can say that I'm a part of something totally bigger than myself.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
4-1, Carson-Newman has the lead on Anderson, the 13th ranked team in the country, as we come to the bottom of the 5th inning. And Harley Duncan starts Macy Hughes with a first pitch low for ball 1, 1-0. Macy Hughes has grounded into a fielder's choice and driven in a run with a double to right center field. She's 1 for 2 officially on the day. Duncan wheels and deals, and Hughes takes a drop ball low for ball 2, 2-0. 4-1, Carson-Newman in the lead. Eagles with 3 in the first, 1 in the second to grab this advantage. Jason Boatner, a solo home run in the top half of this inning to put the Trojans on the board. Change up. Hughes smashes it to short. That was a well-hit ball. It bounces up, hits Whitaker in the face, knocks it down, and Hughes able to reach safely and beat Whitaker's throw. That is an infield single. That was an absolute smoker for Macy Hughes. And the Eagles get their 7th hit of the day. It was hit right at Whitaker, but hit so hard and on such a high hop that Whitaker just able to knock it down. Since Hayden Dye to the plate, Duncan delivers, and Dye takes low for a ball. 1-0. Carson-Newman trying to log a win over the 13th ranked team in the country. Duncan sights the sign and pitches the 1-0. Dye swings and misses tardily. It's 1-1. Hayden Dye, she's walked and singled. Works with Macy Hughes on first, a leadoff single for the Eagles. Carson-Newman's had base runners in every inning. Scored in the first and the second. 1-1 pitch. Dye flips that one foul back and out of play. 1-2. A lot on the line here. Anderson, all the Trojans need is a win, and they've got a South Atlantic Conference regular season championship trophy outright. Don't have to share it with anybody. That applies for this game and the second game of the doubleheader. The 1-2. Dye checks a pitch foul off of first, holds the count of the ball on 2 strikes. And even if they get swept here today by Carson-Newman, in a bit of odd happenstance that would turn the Trojans into massive Carson-Newman fans, Anderson's season is done after today for the regular season. The team that they could potentially share the title with is LR. They come here on Saturday. The pitch bounced toward third. Charging in is Charter. Scoops it up and throws out Dye at first with plenty of time, reaching Boatner 5-3, but a productive out. Functions as a sacrifice. Hughes over to second base. And there's one out with a runner in scoring position for Mary Vandergrift to work with. So, sack title on the line here for Anderson. They've already clinched a share, but are looking for it outright with a W. Trojans ranked first in the first Southeast Region rankings as Vandergrift flares one to short. That's grabbed on a line by Whitaker. And Vandergrift retired for the 3rd time today. And quickly there's 2 away for Carmen Holt. Holt's 0 for 2, reaching on an error and striking out. Eagles looking for a 2-out knock. They've got one of those today. That was an Emily Harris single in the second that scored a run. Holt swings, bounces it deep into the hole at second, ranging over is Neto. She scoops it into her glove and underhand tosses it to Boatner to retire Holt. So a quick inning. Carson-Newman gets a leadoff single from Macy Hughes, but can't keep it running. 4-1, Carson-Newman leads it after 5. Trojans with the heart of the order due up. Neto, Carpenter, and Whittaker to start the 6th after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
4-1, Carson-Newman leads 13th ranked Anderson as we come to the top of the 6th inning. And Morgan Baker-Sellis back to work in the circle against Jessica Neto. 3-hole hitting Neto, who's 0 for 2 today. Swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Talking for the Eagles into that bottom of the 5th quickly about the significance of this one. Anderson, a win in either game of this doubleheader locks up the regular season title. They don't have to share it. They're probably the 1 seed for the tournament regardless because they swept second place LR. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. But potentially the writ larger thing for the Trojans, want to host a regional. And ranked first in that Southeast region ranking. Carson-Newman also regionally ranked. It's never really a harm when you go on the road and lose to a regionally ranked foe. The 0-2 popped into the air, first base side. Hughes gives it a look, but it's foul and out of play. Count holds at 0-2. But Carson-Newman, a lot to gain from wins here. Certainly need one over these final 4. Need to get 1 out of 4 against LR and Anderson, and if the Eagles do that, they're probably safe for the SAC tournament. The 0-2 pitch popped into the air, first base side. That's foul and out of play again. 0-2, the count holds. But also regional. Eagles 6th in the initial region rankings. And between Anderson today and Lenore Ryan on Saturday, Bears are ranked 2nd in the Southeast. Carson-Newman has a chance to get some big-time resume-building wins. The 0-2. Fought off foul by Neto to the backstop. Count holds at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Neto on base 39% of the time. She leads off innings, but that's something that has evaded the Trojans today. 4 hits, none of them have come from a leadoff batter. Baker-Sellis, the 0-2. The change-up bounced foul off of third. Neto hanging around at 0-2. 4 consecutive pitches fouled off at 0 balls and 2 strikes. 4-1, Carson-Newman leads here in the top of the 6th inning. Neto climbs back in, waves the bat over the front of the plate. Right-hander ready, the 0-2. Off the plate away, Neto doesn't give chase. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Jessica Neto. Baker-Sellis pitches. Changeup poked deep to short. Sohm ranges over, throws to first in time to get Neto. Sohm going back behind the second base bag to make the grab. And for the first time today, Anderson has a ground ball out, if you can believe that. Everything else has been hit in the air. Brings up Carpenter. First pitch swung on, laced deep into the hole at second. Nice diving grab by Harris. Throws from her knees, but not in time to get Carpenter. Slick work by Harris deep in the hole at second to keep it from going into the outfield. Don't know if it saves extra bases or not. Would have been tough for Carpenter to get 2 out of that, but spectacular work by Harris, flashing the leather as the shortstop Whitaker comes up. Swings and misses on the first pitch, 0-1. Whitaker's 0 for 2 today. She has flied out deep to left to Cameron twice. Baker-Sellis, the 0-1. Zips low for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. Carson-Newman 4-1 leaders on the 13th ranked team in the country in the Anderson Trojans. Baker Sellis, the 1-1 pitch. Tipped foul by Whitaker to the netting, 1-2. Trojans with 5 outs to make up 3 runs, and you start to do the math. You do have some degree of favoritism with where you are in the lineup just because Boatner potentially comes up in the 7th if you can get enough base runners here. The 1-2. Popped foul to the right now to play. Count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. Morgan Baker Sellis up over 80 pitches on the day. She scattered 5 hits through this thing. Boatner's left the yard. The 1-2 offering. Swung on, lifted in the air to right. Rogers racing into the alleyway, and she settles under it in front of the warning track to put away Whitaker. First time that the Trojans have gone opposite field. And there's 2 away for the catcher, Gullett.
Now batting number 9, Hope Gullett.
Gullett has one of the 5 hits today for the Trojans. She's lined out to second and singled. The first pitch to her is popped high into the air, foul off of first. Hughes taking charge, calling off Harris, and the first baseman out of Gibbs makes the grab to put away Gullett. So after a 1-out single for Carpenter, a fly out to right and a foul out to first ends it for the Trojans. Eagles hope it's the final time they come up. 8-9-1 to the plate for Carson-Newman. Rogers, Cameron, and Corbin with an eye on beating the number 13 team in the country here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
4-1, Carson-Newman leads as we come to the bottom of the 6th inning. Eagles looking to play add-on with Rogers, Cameron, and Corbin to the plate for Carson-Newman. Harley Duncan has settled down after giving up 3 in the first and 1 in the second. She deals to Rogers. A first pitch strike at the belt, 0-1. Harley Duncan. 78 pitches, 50 for strikes, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned. She wheels and deals the 0-1. It's low to Rogers for a ball, 1-1. Pitch. Rogers swings, fouls it back left and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes to lead off batter Rogers, coming off of a 2-home run day in the nightcap against Coker on Tuesday. The 1-2. Line outside for a ball, 2-2 to Sierra Rogers. Eagles 4, Anderson 1. Carson-Newman got 3 in the first, an RBI fielder's choice from Emily Harris, an RBI double for Macy Hughes. Here's the 2-2. Big looping changeup stays high on Rogers to load the count at 3-2. And then Hayden Dye hit an infield single that went cockamamie out into right after carrying off the shortstop Whitaker. And E6 brought around a run to give the Eagles a 3-0 lead after one. And then Harris a 2-out single through the left side for an RBI in the second. Rogers chases a pitch upstairs but fouls it to the left onto Davis Street. It's 3-2. Rogers, the 7th pitch of this at-bat against Harley Duncan. She unfurls the payoff pitch. Rogers checks her swing and bounces it to Boatner at first. Gets it into her mitt, turns, and takes one step to the bag to put away Rogers, 3 unassisted. One up, one down. And Cameron comes up for Carson-Newman. She's 0 for 2 today. Cameron trying to add insurance. Eagles leading 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Cameron. Right down Broadway for a strike, 0-1. Cameron, back-to-back multi-hit efforts against Coker. 6-game reached base streak potentially at stake here. The 0-1 bounces in the turf in front of the plate, 1-1 to Cameron. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Base is empty for the Eagles in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 4-1 lead for Carson-Newman on the 13th ranked team in the country in Anderson. Cameron stands in as Duncan delivers. The pitch, Cameron bounces it over the head of Duncan in the circle. Neto fields in front of the second base bag, throws off of her back foot, but can't get it to first in time. Cameron's aboard with a 1-out single. An infield single for Sienna Cameron. Bounced it over Duncan's glove, and Neto, really tough play, throwing off her back foot at second for a chance to get Cameron. Brings up Natalie Corbin, who's 4 for 4 today. And she takes off the plate away for a ball to begin the at-bat. 1-0. Corbin does not have a 4-hit day this season, but she's 3 for 3 so far. A double and a pair of singles with 2 runs scored. Duncan's 1-0. Corbin takes for a strike, 1-1. Arnaz Cantrell with a very delayed strike call there. It's 1-1. The pitch bounces in the turf in front of the plate, 2-1 to Corbin. 4-1, Carson-Newman leading the 13th ranked Trojans here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Eagles looking for insurance with a 3-run lead in hand. The 2-1. Corbin swings, slashes it to left. It bounces up to Belcher. First 4-hit day of the season for Natalie Corbin as Belcher cuts it off. Cameron goes station to station to second. And Carson-Newman has 2 aboard with 1 out for Leah Sohm. Sohm's 0 for 3 today. 2 productive ground outs, advancing runners to third, and a pop-up to short. Duncan's first pitch is taken low for a ball, 1-0. And Carson-Newman has speed to burn on the base paths. 6 stolen bases for Cameron, 26 for Corbin. Infield in for the Trojans. Outfield playing shallow and left. The 1-0. Sohm swings, lines it to the third baseman. Charter tries to double up Cameron at second, but Neto can't grab it, and everybody's safe outside of Sohm. So Sohm lines out to third. Great reaction by Charter to get it. And the Eagles fortunate that the ball couldn't be gripped, as that would have been 2. And the inning over. Instead, Emily Harris with an opportunity to continue things. First pitch, Harris swings, lines it into left center field. That's down for extra bases. Cameron is going to score standing. Harris rounds second, stumbles as Corbin crosses the plate. It's a 2 RBI double for Emily Harris with 2 out, and the Eagles stretch it to 6-1. Another multi-hit day for Emily Harris. She strokes her 16th double of the season, drives in her 38th and 39th runs of the year, and has her 28th multi-hit effort of the season, while giving the Eagles some insurance for Macy Hughes to work with. Hughes swings at the first pitch, ropes it down the left field line. That's extra bases as it bounces to the wall. Harris scores standing. Hughes stands up on second. Back-to-back two-out doubles to left for the Eagles, and it's a 7-1 lead for Carson-Newman. And now, all of a sudden, as Hughes, who's going to be pinch run for by Mari Robbins, all of a sudden, if Dye puts this one out of the park, it's game over, and forget about the Trojans batting in the top of the 7th inning. Eagles could walk it off via the run rule. So Mari Robbins pinch running on second base. 28th multi-hit effort of the year for Emily Harris. Means she's moved past Christy Hill of CSU Bakerfield. First pitch from Duncan's outside to Dye, 1-0. And into sole possession of 16th place on the all-time D2 hits list. 324 career knocks for Emily Harris. Next up, Kim Curry of Augustana, 15th. Played from 88 to 91. The pitch. Dye takes for a strike at the knees, 1-1. 7-1. Carson-Newman leading the 13th ranked team in the country. 3 runs across here in the bottom of the 6th off of 4 hits. Back-to-back two-out doubles from Harrison Hughes, producing the runs. The 1-1 bounces in the turf to Dye, 2-1. $11 hits for Carson-Newman off of Harley Duncan. And 7 runs scored, a season high. The 2-1 is a changeup that bites for a strike at the knees, 2-2. Duncan coming up on her 100th pitch of this outing. Trying to get out of this bottom of the 6th without further damage done. 7-1 Eagles leading. Thanks to back-to-back two-out doubles. The 2-2, Dye swings, bounces it up the middle. Whitaker slides down to knock it down. It scoots past her. Dye's aboard with an infield single, and Robbins scores from 2 bases away. It's 8-1 Carson-Newman.
Now at the plate, number 4, Mary Vandergrift.
And now, should Hayden Dye score, it's ball game over. Mary Vandergrift stands in. She's 0 for 3 today. Duncan pitches and Vandergrift swings at it. Bounced off of a hop to Charter at third. She gobbles it up and cranks it to first in time to get Vandergrift. But back to back to back, 2-out knocks. 2 RBI double for Emily Harris. RBI double for Macy Hughes. RBI single for Hayden Dye. And the Eagles have an 8-1 lead on the number 13 team in the country. Top of the 7th due up, lower third of the order for the Trojans when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military. I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard and thinking about it that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your perspective.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
8-1, Carson-Newman leads Anderson, the 13th ranked team in the country, as we come to the top of the 7th inning. And Belcher leading things off for the Trojans. First pitch to Belcher is fouled, backing out of play. 0-1. Well, Morgan Baker-Sellis has done the job today for Carson-Newman. First start of the season. 5 hits, 1 run allowed against an absolute power-hitting Trojans team. She's 3 outs away from a win over the 13th ranked team in the country. The 0-1 is a changeup. Buckles for a ball, 1-1. At this point, the Trojans need base runners. Have to score 7 times to extend the game. 1-1. Popped in the air. Foul off of third. Dye gives it a look, but can't catch up to it as it bounces in front of the bullpen along the left field line. 1-2. 8-1, Carson-Newman leading. A win here for the Eagles likely secures them a spot in the SAC tournament. 2 wins today guarantees it. No questions asked. Mathematically eliminates everybody. 1-2, drops low for a ball, 2-2. To Sydney Belcher. Belcher's 0 for 2 today. Baker-Sellis set for the 2-2, and she delivers. Check swing, pitch on the outside corner. Belcher takes a seat looking. 1 away. Olivia Wheeler trying to provide a spark for the Trojans, trailing 8-1 in the top of the 7th. Wheeler has hit 2 line drives right at Cameron in left, and she checks her swing and fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. 8 runs off of 12 hits for the Eagles, 1 error. They've left 7 stranded. 1 run off of 5 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left on for the Trojans. Baker-Sellis. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Wheeler hangs it in the air down the right field line, turning and landing foul for strike 2. Long run for Rogers, long run for Harris. They both lay out, but neither one can grab it. But Wheeler's in a 0-2 hole. Top of the 7th, Eagles leading Anderson, the 13th ranked team in the country, 8-1. Michael Graves with 3 wins in his coaching career against nationally ranked opposition. They've all been by 1 run. The 0-2 pitch. Misses low for a ball, 1-2. Didn't miss by much. His first career win over a nationally ranked team was in the regional in 2018 against 21st ranked Georgia College in Hickory. Eagles won that one 2-1. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Change up, bounced foul off of third. Wheeler fights it off to stay alive at a ball and 2 strikes. Then the Eagles swept a doubleheader with 13th ranked Young Harris to start the 2019 season. That game was played in Milledgeville, Georgia. 1 game won, 1-0, and the nightcap 3-2. Emily Harris was on that team that got beat. The 1-2. Wheeler fists it foul to the right now to play. Count of the ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, bases empty for Anderson, top of the 7th, trailing Carson-Newman 8-1. Eagles trying to snap an 8-game losing streak to nationally ranked opposition. Baker-Sellis, the 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Wheeler has to take a seat looking. Back-to-back backwards Ks for Morgan Baker-Sellis. She's up to 7 on the day. And Gracie Williams will try to ignite one titanic 2-out rally for the 13th ranked team in the country. Williams has one of the 5 hits today for Anderson against Baker-Sellis as she pitches. And it's line to left. Cameron races under it. Ball game over. Morgan Baker-Sellis charged up. 1 run for the Trojans, 8 for the Eagles as Carson-Newman gets its largest win over a ranked team under Michael Graves as head coach. Eagles cruise over the 13th ranked team in the country with a statement and resume-building win. But we're not done. Game 2 headed your way in approximately 30 minutes. This is the Eagle Sports Network.